I'm Chef Jasper, and today I'm in the kitchen preparing a special tenderloin just for the holidays, or really any time of year that I think you'll really enjoy. Now, first of all, it's stuffed, of course, so we're going to make a stuffing, or if you want to call it a dressing, but actually we're going to stuff this right in the tenderloin. And it's very, very simple and kind of basic. We'll add a little more as we go along. So let's get our pan ready. Let's add a little bit of butter to the pan. And while this is cooking down and melting that butter and sauteing this celery and chopped onion, let's start preparing our actual stuffing. Some croutons we're going to need. Chicken broth. And we'll just really moisten those up. Of course, sea salt, dried sage, some cracked pepper, and of course we're going to need an egg to bind everything together. Now, if you'll notice in my recipe, I actually call for a little cheese. It's up to you when to add the cheese. You can add it directly to the pork tenderloin above the stuffing, so it kind of melts in throughout and kind of drips a little bit when you cut it. Or you can add it to the stuffing right now. I like it as a binder, so I'm going to put that jack cheese right in here. So we're just continuing to saute our celery and onion. Very simple, and what a smell in this kitchen. I think it's also from the sage. Now remember, we don't want to cook this too much. It's going to cook in the oven also. And we like a little bit of crispiness. Now watch what happens to some of that cheese I put in there. It's going to start melting. Just from the heat. And now it's time to prepare the tenderloin. So let's just try this one. Make a slit right down the middle. Okay, just like that. That's all you have to do. Open it up. And now we're going to pound it out. All right. That looks about it. I think that looks perfect. I want to put the cranberry sauce on the bottom first. So when I roll it, that cranberry sauce has that nice circle in there. Maybe just for a little effect, yes. But I mean, by the time we cook it all together and it's going to fall into that stuffing, but I think it'll look better like this. And yes, I used the whole cranberry sauce. Just purchase it at the store, the cranberry jelly. Spread that around. I want those whole ones kind of inside, the whole berries inside there. And you can make your own also. That should do it right there. Now, I'll tell you right now, it's going to come out the sides while we're cooking it, but that's okay. May give a little more flavor to the outside of the meat. We'll put our stuffing right in here now. You don't have to use it all. And we're going to spread this around. Just like this. Want to leave a nice little edge. We don't want all that stuffing coming out. And now we're going to roll this. Yes, it looks like a lot, but look, just pull back like this. It's that simple. Roll it. Yes, it's coming out. We knew that was going to happen. Just fold this back in. Now, here's the difficult part. If you want to think it's difficult. Just go just like this. Because I'm not going to make it like a jelly roll or anything like that. Some of that stuffing is starting to come out there. Turn it over at this point. Roll it. Look at that. That is perfect looking right there. And let's start with a little bit of twine. And we're not going to do all the butcher's twine, different perfect little knots. Go right under here. Pull up a little bit. And we'll do this several times. Probably about 6 cuts like this. Make a double one just by going like this. Again. And of course, cut him right there. Do this last one here. Some of the stuffiness come out. But again, we are okay. All right, let's add a little bit of butter to our pan. And let's sear. Now, while it's searing, we need to season it. And we'll season it again once we turn it, and again before we put it in the oven. I love the cracked pepper on the outside. Get all that butter in there. Such great flavor. Don't worry about those little pieces coming out. All right, I think I've seared this just perfect at this point. We're going to put a little salt on the outside again, just to finish this up. A little more cracked pepper. All right, and at this point, let's just lift this up. Put it right in our pan. And we're going to put this in the oven, 425, for about 15 minutes or so. But we're going to test the temperature on this, make sure we bring it up to the proper degree. All right, I've taken the pork tenderloin out of the oven. I've let it rest for about 5 minutes, and now it's time to slice. First of all, we want to remove some of that little strings that we had, so that's so easy. Just cut those because this held everything together. Boy, this crust is just perfect. And now let's slice it. Cut it right down the middle first. What do you think? Looks pretty good to me. Just slice these down. I like a thicker cut. And boy, is this just cooked perfectly, like I said. A little swirl of cranberry sauce on our plate here. Not only for design, but I'm going to like that extra flavor. And now we'll place them right on top of that. Oh, look at that. Just perfect. Don't worry about some of the stuffing getting out of there. That's okay. I like my stuffing really, really moist. Pull all of that butcher's twine. We'll cut one more here. And there we have it. I'm telling you right now, this is something that I would be honored to serve my family during the holidays. Stuffed pork tenderloin, and you know what? All the little extras make a big difference. Brought to you by Hen House Markets.